first things first, thanks to a lot of you guys, okay?
Yeah, this last week's been a bit horrible, really. There's been some very nasty revelations on social media which are nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
But we have been brought into this...
by association.
Yeah, it's guilty by association, and we've been brought into this. I know a lot of you have seen it. We've had some really lovely messages of support from you lot, so thank you very much for that, because it does mean a lot, because it's been quite horrible, really.
Yeah, we can't really say much more on that right now. Whether we will in the future or not, I don't know.
Yeah. But you know, a lot of you have seen it anyway, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and a lot of you know us, so really, thanks a lot for, you know, just being there.
Being supportive, thank you.
Anyway, let's get on with the video. Cue the music. Hi Bob.
Hi Bob.
In the middle of nowhere, kind of Sample Henthio-ish. Saturday morning, look at the description, we'll put a pin. Mountain View Farm, they're on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. We'll put links in the description there as well. Organic produce. When we did the Mercadona video, people saying, oh, you need to buy local fruit and veg shops, things like that. These guys do a pop-up shop every Saturday, 9 o'clock until 12. As well as doing the vegetable boxes that they deliver every Monday, which are €18 each. We won some of those in the auction for Stevie Spit, and we will show you those in future videos when we start getting deliveries, which we think will be October is when we're going to start. So we'll show you what's involved with that. Anyway, let's go and show you what's available today until they're back up and running fully, and they're trying this to see how it goes. So check the details for the contact details.
What are these?
They're like squash.
They're curly squash. So you've got curly squash, you've got spaghetti squash.
And what's them?
This is spaghetti squash. So you can cut them in half or put them in whole, and olive oil. Cook it for about 40 minutes, and then when you scrape it out with a fork, and then it turns into like a vegetable spaghetti straight away.
I know what you mean. I've seen that.
Oh, right.
Oh, man, try some of that.
Well, we're growing more of them.
Pumpkins, yeah.
We're growing more of them.
Butternut squash. Sweet onion. Which ones? They're sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you can't remember what they look like, it's a little bit dark in here. Yeah, it's still a little bit dark in here.
So you got Andy and Kate from Mountain View Farm, and this is when we're doing these. We're going to do these. Yeah.
So Helen's going to have a play with some of the stuff we've never had before, like some of the spaghetti squash and stuff like that, and some of it's going to be put in soups and roasted and all sorts. You'll see. It's still a little bit warm. It's end of August. What are you doing today?
Well, I'm doing something that we've not had for a few years.
Aren't you supposed to do it in a brown paper bag?
No, that's the lamb.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm doing a Greek dish called a Stifado, which is a beef dish in tomatoes and vinegar, as strangely as it seems, with cinnamon sticks, peppercorns, bay leaves, garlic, and I can't remember if you meant to put cloves in it or not.
Well, we've got some anyway.
I might chuck a couple of cloves in it as well.
We can check.
And it's like a stew, a beef stew, which is a bit bizarre because it's red hot today. It's a bit warm for beef stew. But
It's red up today. What are we having for dinner tomorrow?
Sunday lunch, because we've not had one for such a long time. We're all desperate for one. So I bought some meat from, or we've bought some meat from Carrefour. This cut is called morcillo, which is like the calf, not a calf. Your leg calf.
Oh, right, okay.
That part. So it's a little bit fatty, a little bit sinewy, but if you're long and slow cooking, it stays really juicy rather than drying out. So I've just turned my oil on. I've got a little bit of. Have I put any oil in? No, I've not. No, but it's all right. Cause I want the pan really hot, just to brown it off.
So it's olive oil you're using?
A little bit of olive oil, yeah. And then I'm going to brown the meat off. I've got some shallots to put in it, and just only 4, but 4 of my dad's tiny tomatoes. Onions. It needs some little tiny onions in it. But I'm going to brown this off first and then add everything else. Now the tomatoes that I'm going to put in it are from Mountain View Farm. I just need to wash a few of them off and cut them up, but we'll show you that in a minute what we've got from there.
These are the tomatoes that we got from Mountain View Farm. Helen's cutting them up. All organic, homegrown. That's why they're not polished like you would get in a supermarket. In there are some of Bob's small onions, which is these ones here. Helen's already mentioned the shallots and the garlic. The bay leaves, laurel bay leaves are there, and it's white wine vinegar she's going to use.
So there's the tomatoes in. I might put a few more in yet, but I'm going to put some vinegar in. Sounds bizarre. The onions and the shallots and the garlic. So a cinnamon stick, there we go. Don't know how many black pepper goes, but that will do. In fact, let's put a few more in for good. There we go, for good measure. All leaves into it, that'll do. And then I'm going to put this in the oven and leave it for a few hours to cook.
So in the box from Mountain View Farm today we selected, and some of it's like higgledy-piggledy veg. So we've got tomatoes, butternut squash, which, well, that's a squash, and then you've got a butternut squash. And what was that one? Pumpkin, I think, wasn't it? Like a kind of pumpkin.
Yeah, there's a spaghetti squash.
These are spaghetti squash, which we've never had before. Here we've got peppers, but they're like the long. I think Andy said these were like a sweet pepper. I think, but then there's like the padron peppers there, red onions, white sweet onions, courgettes, and aubergines, and I think that's a marrow, or is that another squash? The green one. So that and that and that, these three we've never had before, so Helen's going to roast those in a bit and we'll try them.
Yeah, that's nice.
Is it? From the garden, there is fresh thyme and fresh rosemary. So we're having potato wedges.
Yeah.
And you're roasting those with oil and...
rosemary, thyme, a bit of olive oil, rosemary and thyme, and garlic with a bit of salt and pepper. So I think that's just about done. I'll just leave that on there bubbling away.
While I remember, Saturday the 28th of September, we've got a meetup. It's Michael Yvonne's 4th YouTube anniversary. So we're going to join them. We've got other YouTubers coming along. 3 o'clock, Oasis San Luis. We'll have the poster up here or somewhere. You can see who's coming, who's confirmed so far. There may be others, who knows. Look in the description, we'll put a link of where the location is going to be. If you can comment in this video, either get hold of us on social media, we'll give you a QR code for the website. Let us know if you're coming. It's great. Everybody's welcome. Any other YouTubers want to join in, come along. Any of you guys that subscribe to any of the channels, come along. Just come along and say hi, you know. It's a social event. We all get together and have a good chinwag. And if you want to see what the last one was like, take a look at the video here. Just a quick one regarding the YouTuber meetup. I've just had a message from Steve, the Rambling Irishman. He's not able to get because, and I'm not jealous at all, he's booked himself some flights to Thailand. Good lad. So that's the padron peppers, the small sweet chili peppers, aubergines and courgettes. They're buried down there, all cleaned, and the tomatoes as well. And that's out of Bob's garden. They're out of Bob's garden. Everybody that does videos can show you one of two ways, and they can show you the way they want to, or they can show you the way they don't want to, if that makes sense. So if you look at these tomatoes, they look nice. But actually, because they're organic, if you looked on the other side, they don't look so nice.
Yeah, some bits are like that, but they're absolutely fine. We ate some last night in... because we didn't actually tell you what we thought to the meal that we cooked last night.
Oh yeah, it was great.
It was really, really tasty, and we'd used those tomatoes in it, and they were really proper. It has got a proper tomato kick to it. It was lovely, weren't it?
So, all I'm trying to get at is, people that do videos can give you a perspective of what they want to show you.
It's
and
a false perspective.
Yeah, we just try and show it as it is, and what you see is what you get with us.
But the other thing to say is, like I've just said, just because you've got these sort of marks on it, don't make it bad food. It's really good food.
Yeah.
And it's organic, which has got to be healthier for you than buying produce out of a supermarket, unless you're buying organic fruit and veg out of a supermarket.
Yeah, Bob's still growing stuff, by the way. We've not showed anything for a while because
It's been too hot and it's killed a lot of his plants, so he's going to start planting again now, ready for the next couple of months to get some things coming through, ready for winter. He's been a bit upset about it this summer because it has completely ruined his plants, the heat.
And Andy from Mountain View Farm, they've struggled a little bit as well, and they've been doing it proper.
We need bees to pollinate, and there have been no bees. I've even planted wildflowers, and that's not encouraged the bees to come round. A bit worrying.
As mentioned, Helen fancies, and Bob, in fact all of us, fancied Sunday dinner, Sunday lunch, whichever way you eat, whether you're northern, southern, wherever you're from, lunch, dinner, tea.
It's a Sunday dinner. We've not had one for a long time because it's just been too hot, and really, in fairness, it still is too hot. But, you know what they say, mad dogs and Englishmen? We've got both in this house.
I've never heard that before.
Mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun? That's the saying, yeah?
No idea.
Andy's obviously uneducated.
I am uneducated. Belly pork is from...
The chop shop.
We're going to tell you where we got stuff from, because the thing is, if you go there and it's not very good, hey, there's not what we can do about that, but we'll tell you what we get, where we get it from. The equivalent to lard, if you need it, that you can get from Mercadona is called manteca.
Manteca.
It's not quite the same. The consistency is more spreadable.
Yeah, it's not as firm as lard.
We did ask the chop shop to cut it and score it for us, save Helen a bit of a job. If you didn't know, back in November, actually on Bob's birthday, we were filming for Channel 5 for Bargain Loving Brits in the sun.
Yeah.
Helen's heard that we may or may not be in this next series.
Yeah, the next series starts tomorrow. And it's on Channel 5 every weekday. I don't know if it's 4 or 5 o'clock, I'm not sure. And they said that we might be in this season. If not in this season, we're in the next season, which is going to be aired sort of January, February time next year. But we do know a lot of other people that have been filming with Bargain Loving Brits, so we'll probably watch to see them, because we know that Mark and Yvonne Between the Lakes are on there.
Barry Hale's.
Yeah, Darren Lilly, who has got his
He's
got his own YouTube channel as well, selling properties. His Lilypad Properties. He's on there.
Yeah, but don't go and buy off him. Come and buy off us.
Yeah, sorry, Darren.
Today is the 1st of September.
It is. White rabbits, white rabbits, white rabbits.
Just have a look to see how many people are here. Bear in mind it's Sunday the 1st of September. It is time-wise...
It's just gone 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Look how busy it is. Not as busy as
I was
you'd
just going to
expect.
say, I think it's really quiet, actually.
So that's the pumpkin.
That's the pumpkin and the spaghetti squash. I'm going to stick that in the oven now as well.
Oh.
This is the spaghetti squash, look. That's strange, isn't it?
Does exactly what she said.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Don't taste like spaghetti. Do you want to try some?
What's it taste like?
It's a bit bitter.
Is it?
Yeah.
Does it need like garlic and salt or something?
It's got a bit of salt and pepper on it. I'm going to put it into the soup.
Just needs a bit of butter, I think.
Yeah. It's alright though.
Various squashes and pumpkin. Helen's going to make some stuffing. Now the stuffing Helen uses, that's not Paxo, that's milk. Uses Paxo, sage and onion
I do
stuffing
like
mix.
Paxo stuffing. I've tried all sorts of different ones and I just like Paxo.
But she'll also, what she'll do is onion, cook it in caldo, which is chicken stock, and then once she's done that, she'll, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I mix sausage meat with the stuffing mix and then put the onion and stock into it.
The sausages are typically from Mercadona.
I like Mercadona sausages for bloody dogs. I like Mercadona sausages for mixing in stuffing because they've not got cereal in them. So it's just all meat. So I'm just mixing the sausage meat into the pack, so making sure that it's well mixed.
When Helen makes the gravy, ingredients that Helen uses for making gravy, and that for those of you lot that's in the States, that's brown gravy. Juices from the meat, chicken stock, ketchup, Henderson's relish, not to be confused with
Liam Perrins.
Worcestershire sauce, chicken gravy granules, beef gravy granules, hair of the dog, chicken oxo cubes, beef oxo cubes, bones of the dog, Coleman's mustard powder, English mustard powder, onion powder, tail of the dog. I wonder if there's people listening to this now and I'm not scraping on the balls going through them.
Yeah, probably.
Roast potatoes, parboiled. Helen's just distressed them.
I very distressed them.
Fat out of the meat. In the oven for a high temperature for a duration to get it really, really, really hot.
And then I cook them for an hour in the oven.
That is what the pork was roasted in. And in there is the juice of the pork.
I've just deglazed it a little bit.
Now being added is some carno, which is chicken stock.
But at the moment, that's just got the pork juice and the chicken stock in it. There's nothing else in that.
Yeah. Soup done. Because the powder and pepper's made it a little bit bitter, so Helen added curry powder and a little bit of salt and a little bit of brown sugar. Video's about finished.
Yeah, so that's it for this weekend, but just a little update. Unfortunately, Stevie Spit passed away last Tuesday morning. His funeral's going to be on Monday, and they're going to be live streaming that for anybody that's interested, but probably you won't be because you don't know him.
And by the time you see this, it'll have been and gone.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But thank you everybody that donated gifts for the fundraiser that we held, and thank you to everybody that bought and bid on the lots that we collected. I have heard that the money collected, because it's quite a substantial amount, not just from us but from lots of other people as well, there's quite a substantial amount being collected. I have heard that it's going to be passed on to Elche Children's Home.
Not been confirmed yet.
Yeah, it's not been confirmed, but I would imagine
Wouldn't surprise me.
something like that will happen, because that was a cause that was very close to his heart by all accounts.
That's it from us. Hope you've enjoyed it. Quite a bit of cooking at home and sweating.
Yeah, there might not be much more in next weekend's vlog than cooking at home as well, because next weekend, which is actually today, today's Saturday, Francesca she finished work yesterday and she's off to uni. She's starting uni again on Monday, so she's actually going to be moving to Alicante this weekend, so I think we're going to be busy with that sort of thing.
Thanks a lot. Don't forget, give us a like, subscribe, ring that bell and all that lot, and have a look for different videos and playlists somewhere.
And that's it. Thank
Bye.
you. Hasta pronto.